Hey Red Devils!
Welcome back to the Ville.
We are now in February, and I dare everyone to start pronouncing the first R in it.
February?
Just kidding, that sounds weird.
We got a couple events this week. Let's dive in.
Catch our basketball teams at home tonight, girls at 5:15 and boys at 7 against our mortal enemy, adjacent closest high school, Mapleton.
The theme is blackout, no face paint, let's pack the stands.
Parent-teacher conferences are tomorrow after school. Bring your parents to talk to your teachers if you want, or need to, either or.
FAFSA night for seniors is tomorrow during parent-teacher conference night, 4 to 6 p.m. in room C29.
Stop by to get help and be entered into a scholarship drawing.
The softball tryout meeting is on Thursday at 5 p.m. in the cafeteria. If you want to make the team, you have to be there.
Mean Girls final nights are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday is $5 ticket day, so be sure to come and watch the rip-roaring comedy. PG-13 level content, be advised.
Girls and boys basketball is back again Friday at 5:15 and 7 at Spanish Fork. Good luck, teams.
The 2025 Chinese New Year is here. This year, Chinese New Year officially began on January 29th. With the time difference today, marks the start of the year of the snake.
To celebrate, Springville High School will host the second annual Nebo Chinese New Year celebration next Thursday, February 13th.
Enjoy Chinese culture booths, live performances, and exciting raffles.
Wear your snake swag or something red for good luck and join us for an unforgettable evening. We can't wait to see you there.
And next Friday is the blood drive in the G-Wing. Email nikki.chapel@nebo.edu to sign up. That's February 14th.
And Springville Museum of Art has opened their 53rd annual Utah All-State High School Student Art Show. The show will run until March 21st.
It is free to get in, so make sure you go and check out the amazing art from high school students all over Utah. Keep your eye for amazing art Springville students got into the show.
Student council applications are due next Wednesday. Get those in if you're trying to run for student council.
And seniors, next Monday, bring your parents if they're interested to chaperone the senior grad night party or can help put it together. The meeting is at 6:30 in the Little Theater.
We need parents, so please, seniors, let them know about how they can help.
Let's head over to the news update. Last week now, over to Luke.
Thanks, Henry. Hello and welcome to Last Week Now, a brief recap of everything happening in the world. Starting in the U.S., last week President Trump continued to enact his new policy changes, with sweeping executive orders, mass staff firings, and the introduction of 25% tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China. A tariff is basically a tax on foreign goods coming into the country, meaning the prices for those items are higher so that less people buy them. Mexico and Canada made a deal with the administration to suspend tariffs on them, with Mexico agreeing to deploy 10,000 more troops to the Mexico-U.S. border in exchange for a pause on the tariffs, and Canada creating a new border division to watch and stem incoming drugs from their border. Also last week, 2 plane crashes occurred, one with a helicopter in Washington, D.C., and another small jet in Pennsylvania, leaving no survivors. Worldwide, Israel and Hamas have reached a ceasefire in Gaza, with both sides exchanging hostages taken over the course of the conflict. The war in Ukraine continues to rage on. In sports, the whole world was shook when star Luka Doncic was traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers in a massive trade. The Super Bowl is this Sunday on February 9th, and the Kansas City Refs will be facing the Philadelphia Eagles. Over to you, Max.
All right, this week in culture, we just had our Grammys award ceremony. Some of the big awards were Chaperone for Best New Artist. For Album of the Year, Beyonce was finally, after being nominated 4 times, she won Cowboy Carter. Doechii became the third woman to win Rap Album of the Year, and we also recently got our Oscar nominations. Some of the standouts in Best Picture are Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, and Emilia Perez. Some of the actors being recognized are Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, and Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. Some of the actresses are Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Demi Moore for The Substance, and Mikey Madison for Honora. You can watch these awards on March 2nd at 5 p.m. The box office also opened this weekend, and the top grossing films were Dogman, Companion, and Mufasa. And we're going to throw it over to Henry.
I've been asked to give you guys some jokes. So, first one, why did the Scarecrow get an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Rest in peace, Boiling Water. You will be missed. Dude, why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. All right, let's go over to our segments.
What is your favorite part about teaching a language?
My favorite part about teaching a language is, well, just teaching in general. I love working with the students. I love interacting. I consider myself a very social person, so that's great. And it's something I'm passionate about. I really love Hispanic cultures. I love the people. And if there's a way I can show the students that love I have for the people and also make them feel the same way, I find it very rewarding.
How did you learn Spanish?
Well, I learned Spanish growing up. My dad would speak to me in Spanish occasionally. I grew up in Southern California. I had a lot of friends who spoke Spanish, so I'd go to their houses, talk to their abuelitos. I felt like I mastered the present tense, like I do this, you do that, and I learned a lot of verbs, and that for me is like the foundation of speaking in a language. I got to that point pretty well, and then I went to a Spanish-speaking mission, a little bit of Portuguese as well, in Washington, D.C., came back and decided I wanted to study Spanish. And at that time in college, I also fell in love with somebody who is from Guatemala, and that helps a lot too. And then I got my master's degree in Hispanic linguistics. It's just been my passion, so it's been a part of my life for a long time. So here I am.
How do you teach students that are on different levels?
Well, when it comes to beginning students, if they can just acquire a lot of vocabulary and speak in lists, that's still progress. For example, if I were to just describe my mom in another language and all I could say was, my mom, pretty, blonde hair, blue eyes, there's still a message being conveyed. So I look mainly at the message, and I want students to understand that too. The most important thing about speaking is communicating and sharing a message, even if the grammar's not all there. Now, as they progress through Spanish, we want them to be able to form complete sentences, then dialogues, and then even give speeches. It gets to that point as you progress in the World Language Department. So we just wanted to see where they're at, help them build their vocabulary, help them form sentences, and at the same time understand who the people are that they'll be communicating with from that target language culture.
How do you make learning a language engaging for different students?
In order to do that, I like to include a lot of activities. Obviously, a lot of interpersonal speaking, sometimes presentational speaking, where they get up and speak in front of a group, share things. Most of the conversations are about just one's personal life or what they do at their job or at school. So, I mean, they can apply a lot of this to their everyday life. I like to include games, vocabulary games, grammar games, even media and video games, which requires students to speak in Spanish or to write in Spanish. And sometimes it hits the fan, sometimes students look bored, and then I can ask students for their ideas. I can just say, hey, like, what can we do differently? And I've been working on that. It's a lot of trial and error, but I hope I'm making it engaging. I really do.
Yeah, you are. And
right.
Thank you for having this interview.
Okay.
This is Senor Richo.
Okay, what is a celebrity or a cartoon character that you would put on a Hear Me Out cake?
Like the gorilla from Sing. Prince Naveen.
The rat from Flushed Away?
Shane from Mulan.
The frog from Meet the Robinsons.
No, I won't hold it.
Oh.
Cinderella.
Sandy Cheeks.
The number 4.
The number 7.
Lego Batman. Emmett from the Lego Movie. Is it recording? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
That was really.
Oh my gosh. Because it's in a
Why
fridge.
is it still on my foot?
Wow, Springville High, you guys got good taste.
Kayla, we need new people on our segment. Ah! Jason, run! Claudio, what? These are our new additions. Now let's get into parent-teaching conference. Who am I here with?
Gunner.
Oh, Nayla.
Parker Thacker.
Can you call your parents real quick?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, what's the worst grade you have right now?
Oh, I have a D in math.
I have an F in biology.
My lowest grade is an A.
How do you feel about that, Parker's mom?
Not great.
Oh, he knows how we feel about that.
Well, I guess she could have done worse.
Make sure you go to parent-teacher conference. It's coming up.
Peace out.
Most people when learning how to play fighting games often struggle with doing special inputs. You can kick and punch just fine, but without special moves you're playing just like any other character. Here's a quick guide on doing inputs in fighting games. In order to do special moves, you need to move the stick in a specific pattern and press a button. Depending on the move, it will require different buttons. Different games have different buttons for types of attack. You can find this on the character's move list and the motions and buttons needed. But how do you implement them into combos? Notating directions on your controller like numbers on a numpad work really well when laying out combos. So 2 on the numpad would be down and 6 would be forward and vice versa. So long as you understand this notation, you can find some pretty good guides online to do combos. After getting the gist of it, you'll go from doing combos like this to this. Support SHS Esports.
What's a thing that you love? Why do you love the checkout toy?
Because it has real money.
How do you show people that you love them?
By giving husbands.
What's a thing that you love?
My Buzz Lightyear.
What do you love about Buzz Lightyear?
I like his wings.
How do you show people that you love them? You play with them?
Who's a person that you love?
My husband.
How can you show people that you love?
I like to receive small gifts or just like I'm thinking of you things, so just picking them up a treat or giving them a thank you note when they do something kind.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
See you next time on The Ville.